take a look around the buildings around you, specifically in Philadelphia. Notice the columns, the triangular tops. This, my friend, is Greek Revival architecture. This is called Kulis Fortress. Kuess Fortress, I think. Hopefully that's right. Now, the Greek Revival architecture differs from place to place because they were originally split up amongst the 3 migration routes. One in Albany, New York, another in Charlottesville, and one in Augustus. So why is this so prominent, you may be asking? Well, it goes back to colonization. Yeah, I know, what's new? It's always something about them Europeans. They just love taking things. In 750, a bunch of British architects came in and they visited Greece, looked around, got a taste of the city, and they loved it. They loved it so much that they wrote about it, took notes, and copied it in Europe. The rest of Europe, I should say. The style quickly became fashionable with all the British people and everyone in Europe, and then eventually migrated to the US, where we are now. But to talk about why it gained traffic in the US, we have to talk about the political state of the US. Okay, I know, you're clicking off. We haven't enough about the politics, but this time it's like actually important, so like, lock in. The US is considered to be the descendant of Grecian democracy. While the United States was under the monarchy of the UK, Greece was also fighting their own battles, with Turkey trying to declare freedom from them. And the Americans, oh, they loved and appreciated this fight. They actually were very inspired by it. Years after when they were free, they were so honored by the Grecian way and the Grecians' fight for freedom that they decided to honor them in their architecture. They also took a ton of policies and ideals from Greece, but that's another talk for another time. One of the first major Greek Revival architecture building was the Second Bank in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. William Strickland was one of the first popular architects, and he was heavily inspired by Grecian culture and Grecian buildings that he created his very own in the US. And because he was one of the first professional architects, he had a lot of mentees. And he taught a lot of these people and these other architects the same style of creating, which inevitably grew and became more and more popular and spread out throughout the whole country. Through his apprenticeships and his teachings, he was able to teach so many architects this specific style. Today, I really want to focus on one of the cities that were insanely inspired by Grecian culture and buildings, and that city is Philadelphia. Fun fact. The name Philadelphia came from ancient Greece, but we'll get to that later. Is it the land of the cheesesteaks, or is it the land of the gyro? In Philadelphia specifically, it's categorized by its features. Many buildings are inspired by Greek temples. For example, the Second Bank of the United States, which we already mentioned. These buildings are typically symmetrical. They also contain gable fronts and porticos. Now, gable fronts and or roofs are often spotted by their 2 to 3 feet tall triangular tops. Fun fact, this is my preferred roof style whenever I'm in The Sims, because it's the only one that I know how to do. It's also my favorite. Porticos are 4 to 6 to even 8 pillars in front of a building that usually is at the entrance of the building. And when you see this in real life, they tend to look really grandiose and special and pretty welcoming to come inside. And with porticos, we have entablature. Now, entablatures are those rectangular decorative pieces that you see above the columns that often creates a more classical look. This is where you tend to see the tendrils and other decorative styles on there. Now, this may seem super specific, but just take a look around Philly. You will see that they're everywhere. This style of building is everywhere if you know what you're looking for. But it's one thing to talk about architecture. Let's actually look at it. I would say with our own 2 eyes, but you're in a screen and I'm the only one actually here. Okay, so We're gonna see it with my own eyes, and you can live through me, all right? So let's get to our first stop. Welcome to Drexel's campus. Now, did you know that Drexel was heavily inspired by Greek culture? I'll be honest, I didn't know that until 3 years in, but it is. Like the Konstantinos Padalakis Integrated Sciences building. So here's one. Let me show you a few others. Now let's take a look at the main building. Just from the outside alone, you can see the clear Greek influence. Wow, I should really get a little mic, shouldn't I? We have the rectilinear outline. If you look at the windows, you can see that they go straight up, creating angles in certain areas, showing how pretty much angular and box-shaped and symmetrical it is. This may not be too obvious from a distance, but if you look pretty close at the arches and near the columns, you'll see the tendrils that are used as decorative pieces. And very obviously, the building is a bright yellow, very clear from any point that you look at it. And in the sun, it tends to look like a golden color. But as well as these columns that I'm sitting near, if you look inside, we have the famous columns. It's still inside as well, along with the symmetric nature of Greek Revival architecture. And if you didn't think there was enough Greek culture in this building, there are also statues of Greek goddesses and figures. I'm not in the main area right now, I am in the gallery, but I will be inserting photos and videos. So here we are in the Liberty Bell Center, or the Independence Visitor Center more specifically. Now, I'll be honest, I was planning on going inside and showing y'all like the inside, but not only is the line 2 hours long, it's 70 degrees outside, and I have to pay to look at a bell. Nah, I'm good off of that. I'll just show y'all pictures, which I'll put right here. Yeah, there you go. Besides the State House having prominent physical features to Greek influence, it also has cultural influence from Greece. Like I said earlier in the video, to discuss Greek architecture in the US, we have to discuss the political climate of the US. The bell symbolizes freedom, and on the bell itself, it says Philadelphia in Greek. And that just shows the origin of Philadelphia. That word means brotherly love, coming from the Greek words philos, which is, love, beloved, and adelos, meaning brotherly. So by now I would say that Philadelphia isn't just the city of cheesesteaks. It's the Greek capital of the US. And I hope with this video, you're able to see that too.